everybody. I'm going to be talking about Edpuzzle today. To get started, all you have to do is go to edpuzzle.com and it'll bring you to this screen. And if you have never signed in or had an account, you would hit sign up and then just hit sign in with Google and use your school Google account. So I'm going to hit login. I'm a teacher. Then I'm going to go to sign in with Google. And once you're signed in, you will see a screen where you can add all of your content. So right now I'm on my content. I can also go to Mulberry Elementary School since I added Mulberry as the school I teach at. You can search the homepage, and there's also a search bar right here where you can look for content. So depending on what you want to assess your students' learning about, you can search for different content, and this is for any grade level and any subject area as well. So if I was doing a lesson on multiplication, for example, I could type in multiplication and hit search, and it would give me a lot of different options for videos. It has specific Edpuzzle videos, it has YouTube videos, and then over here on the side, I can even specifically click on Khan Academy, National Geographic, TED Talks, and other video streaming websites. So depending on what I was looking for, I might want to be a little bit more specific. I might want to type in intro or introduction after. So I'm getting something a little bit more basic for my third graders. Here's a intro to multiplication, basic multiplication video. So I can click on it. I can preview these. Let's say I want to click on this one. So I could click on it. I could watch the video and make sure it's something that I actually want to assess my students on. If it's something I want to use, I can go over here and hit edit. And then I can cut the video down if I think it's too long. You can use voiceover and questions. So questions is what I use primarily when I do Edpuzzle. And you have an option to add multiple choice questions, open-ended questions where students will have to type their responses, or just add a note. So you can add written comments or audio notes, which is especially great for young students that aren't as independent as readers yet. So if I play the video,
let's learn to multiply. multiply. And the best way I think to do anything is just to actually do some examples and then talk through the examples and try to figure out what they mean. So my first example, I have 2 times 3. By now you probably...
So if I wanted to stop it here, I could hit pause. And let's say I just wanted to add a really simple question to see who knows what the answer to 2 times 3 is before the video keeps playing. So I would hit multiple choice and it would put it right at 22 seconds where I paused the video. So I could say, what is 2 times 3? And I could give them choices. I could say 5, 6. I could add another choice. Maybe I'll give them a random answer of 3. And then I can save it. And right now it says that it's 5 because I didn't change that. So wherever the green check mark is, that's going to be the right question. So I want it to be 6 since 2 times 3 is 6. So when they choose that answer, it will actually mark it correct for them. So then I would hit save. And then I could let the video keep playing and I could add other questions. I could add little comments along the way. When I'm all done and I've finished adding all the questions I want to add, I can go up here and hit finish. And now I have a Edpuzzle video with a question in it. And that was just a really basic example. You probably would want to add more things to it to make it a little bit more of a comprehension activity for students. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to go to my content. So I just hit content up there and you can see all the things that I have there. And if I go to my content, those are specifically all the videos that I've created and added questions to. So now I have a library of some different options for things, and mine are all based on third grade math, which of course yours might be different. If you wanted to search, if you were a language arts teacher and wanted to do, I don't know, all sorts of maybe grammar, you could search and find videos and, kind of go through those and see what would be a good video for you. And then if you click on a video, maybe grammar wasn't the best one, but we'll just click on this. If you click on it and go down under the video, you can see examples of other teachers and the types of questions that they've already added to their videos, which I think is really helpful to see what other people are doing just to get a good sense of what you might want to do on your own video too. So now let's figure out how to actually get this on Schoology for our students. So I'm in Edpuzzle right now and I have my content. So I'm going to add this video right here that says skip counting and multiplication. So it's already in my library on Edpuzzle. So I'm going to go to Schoology and go to my math course. And I'm going to scroll down to my week folder for this week. And I'm just going to click add materials. So when you click on add materials, just like you would if you were doing an assignment or an assessment or adding a Nearpod or whatever you were doing, there's a specific Edpuzzle button. And so once you've linked your account on Edpuzzle, I think the first time you do it, you might just have to hit allow. I can go in here and it'll bring me directly to my Edpuzzle content that I was just looking at on edpuzzle.com. So I wanted this video right here. So I'm going to click on Edpuzzle, skip counting, and multiplication. And I know it's the right one because it has 5 right there. So I know that there are 5 questions or notes. So, I could click on it and I could preview it and make sure it's the right one. And then when I know that it's the one I want, I'm going to hit assign. So I have my course, which is Pain Math 3. This is something I think is really important, is to prevent skipping. So your students can't skip the questions. They have to answer the question before they keep watching the video. And then here you can turn on closed captioning if you want that for your students. So I'm going to hit assign. And now I have an activity. So it says Edpuzzle, skip counting, and multiplication. Of course, if you want to edit it, you can change the name. If I want that to be a little bit less lengthy, I can change that. So I'm going to hit save changes. And then when students click on it, they're going to have an Edpuzzle. And right now, it doesn't actually pop up because I have to make sure that students are actually in there. But if I hit edit, then I'm going to hit enable grading. Forgot that that's something important you have to do. And then I usually just make mine ungraded since I do standards-based grading. So that's something important. You have to hit enable grading or it won't actually let your students click on it and complete the assignment. So then I'm going to hit save changes again and click on it. And now the students should see something that will pop up for an Edpuzzle. So mine shows it from the teacher side, so I can see all of my students who are enrolled in my course. And none of them have done this assignment since I just assigned it. But if I wanted to view this course as one of my students, then if I go into my week learning folder and I click on Edpuzzle, they're going to see, well, hopefully they're not going to see that. Let's see if we can refresh it. They're going to see the video. So they're going to see Edpuzzle, skip counting, and multiplication, and they're going to be able to click on the video and play it. And then every time they see this little raindrop symbol, it will actually pause the video and a question will pop up right here on the right side. And they'll have to answer the question and submit it before they're able to watch the rest of the video. Once the video's done, as long as they're multiple choice questions, it'll tell them their score. And then if it is a short answer question where they type answers in, you will have to go through and grade the answers yourself. So that's how students will see it. So I'm going to hit back to course because I don't want to be looking at it from the student view anymore. Once all of your students have done the Edpuzzle, whether they're doing it remotely from home or in class, you can see all of their answers by going on the left-hand side where you have all of your different options in Schoology, and there's a specific Edpuzzle option. So we're going to click on that. And then it shows all of the videos that I have assigned to them. So the very first one is 0 out of 52 since nobody's taken it yet. But I can click on one of the ones that I've assigned previously just to show you what that looks like. And it shows me who's never watched it, who's never clicked on it because maybe it wasn't assigned to them. And then it shows me, okay, this person finished it, but they got 0 of the questions correct. And then it shows me who got 50% right, 75%, and who got all of the questions correct while taking it. So that's just kind of an example of what it looks like for the teacher end. So you can see who finished the assignment and then also what percent of mastery they got on the questions that you assigned. So that is an example of how to use Edpuzzle and how to link it to your Schoology site. So keep looking at the tech resource page for more ideas on how to use Edpuzzle.